Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about new MXR Zakk Wylde Overdrive and how it compares to classic Boss SD-1 Super Overdrive. Let's get straight to the point, no intros, no fussing. The signal chain. This is my ESP Japan custom shop Euge signature with EMG 81, 85 pickups. The tuning is E flat, standard. I'm gonna use drop also. Then it goes to the pedal board where both of these pedals are. The Zakk Wylde Overdrive is in the loop with just phaser, because usually I have my phaser in there. So whenever I press this, it's the Zakk Wylde. And then the SD-1 is in the loop too, which is SD. Then I have a 14 zoom noise gate just to get rid of the small hiss. Then it goes to CYHRA Audio Electronics amp switcher and the 2 amps, Marshall JCM 800-2203, Zakk Wylde signature head, you know, as pretty much cranked, preamp full, master 4, you know, it's loud. And then I'm gonna use also Marshall JCM 2000 TSL 100's clean channel, so you'll hear how these, you'll hear better the character when I, use them in front of a completely clean channel, clean sound. And then the signal goes back to KHE, then to Fry's power station, where I'm attenuating the signal a little bit so that the whole house isn't shaking. Then into my Marshall vintage cabinet, where I have 3 Marshall vintage speakers and 1 Celestion V30. I'm using the Celestion V30 now, mic'd with Shure SM57, and we are SC Electronics VR1 ribbon mic. Then the mics go to Warm Audio's WA412 mic pre, and then into Logic, and that shit, but not shit. Okay, so first, just the 800 without anything. Your basic 800 sound. Okay, then let's kick in the Zakk Wylde Overdrive. Alright, as you can see, the settings were the same on both kind of my usual settings. So level 8 o'clock drive, no, level 4 o'clock drive, 8 o'clock tone at 1 o'clock or so. And the Zakk Wylde Overdrive has a tiny amount of more low end, which means that it doesn't cut as much low end as SD, and SD has a tiny amount. The top end is a bit more aggressive, so they are very close. Because I believe because Zakk Wylde used to use SD-1, and then when he went to Dunlop, when they built the first Zakk Wylde, the white pedal with the bullseye graphics, I used to own that, and I feel this is the same. It's like an SD, but a little not as aggressive and not as tight. So SD-1 is a bit more aggressive, a bit more tighter. Both, I think, works really well in front of a JCM 800. It's just a matter of, I guess, personal preferences. So yeah, I used to have the Zakk Wylde, but I sold that because I'm an SD-1 guy. SD-1, actually, this is the first overdrive pedal I ever bought, the second pedal I ever bought. My first pedal I ever bought was Boss HM2 Heavy Metal. This one, it was the second, so we are talking like late 80s now. So I've had this for a long time. It's part of my DNA. I like SD-1s. It's a tiny bit more aggressive and I think a little bit clearer, probably because it cuts just a tiny amount more low end. Okay, let's put this to drop and play some drop riffs and some leads in the style of No More Tears. Start with the Zakk Wylde. Yeah, you can hear the Zakk Wylde is a bit more woo woo. So SD-1 is a little bit tighter, a little bit more aggressive. Okay, then let's play some lead stuff, and let's start with the Zakk Wylde. yeah, same conclusion then with the rhythms. SD-1 just a tiny bit of tighter, more aggressive. Zakk Wylde Overdrive a tiny bit fuller. Okay, then let's change into a clean amp. So this is the JJ 2000 GSL's clean channel, and then let's now let's tweak the knob so we will hear the differences, or if there is any, how the knobs react. Because now with a clean amp you can really hear the differences, or at least I can. Okay. First the Zakk Wylde. Like you hear, these don't really work, in my opinion, into a clean amp, because this cuts lows and boosts highs. So basically what your amp is getting is like a mid-boosted, overdriven sound. I think this works the best in front of a slightly overdriven amp, but this is just that, you know, we hear the differences. So as you hear, the tone knob is really effective. Now it's just a clean boost. It's a bit nasally because it's still a mid boost. Okay, let's put these to center. Now let's check out the SD. Okay, the Zakk Wylde has a bit more output, as you can hear. The gain is down. Well, it's gain here, drive here, but listen. Now the SD. Yeah, Wylde has a bit more output, and now you can hear that it doesn't cut the lows that much. Okay, let's check out the gain. Let's put the output to center, and let's check out the gain on both. Oh, I had the tone on max, so probably that could actually cause the more output. Let's check out again. Yeah, because I had the tone maxed, so that's why it's... No, yeah, the Zakk Wylde has a bit more output when the tone is now matched 1 o'clock. Okay, and the tone was about the same to me, you know, from really muddy to quite bright. Then let's put the output to center, and let's check out the gain. So first the Zakk Wylde. I think it has a tiny amount of more gain. Okay, so yeah. Conclusion. The Zakk Wylde Overdrive is great, and I definitely kind of feel that it's, you know, like the original back in the day when this was released, when Zakk Wylde switched from SD-1 from Bus to MXR. It's kind of like SD, but with a bit more output, a bit less low cut, and a bit more gain. I felt that the tone, the brightness was, maybe the SD was a little bit more top heavy, kind of more aggressive. But both are great pedals. I mean, if you already have an SD-1, I'm not sure if the Zakk Wylde really does make a difference that much. But if you're looking for a good and kind of cheap, well, at least the SD-1 is like 50 euros or 60 euros new. I don't know what the price of the MXR, I think it's a little bit more expensive. But if you're on the market for a good mid-boost overdrive, you know, that works really, really well with Marshalls, at least in my experience. I can strongly recommend both. Hey, hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Thanks for watching. If you liked, you know the drill, hit the subscribe button and so on. Until next time, take care. Bye.